For centuries, men have been told to just be nice, be agreeable, be accommodating, and eventually good things will come. But here's the truth. Niccolò Machiavelli, the Renaissance thinker behind The Prince, would laugh at that advice. Machiavelli saw the world not as we wish it to be, but as it is, brutal, competitive, and ruled by power, not kindness. And here's the shocking part. His teachings align with Stoic philosophy in unexpected ways. Both reject illusions, both demand strength, and both insist that men master themselves before the world masters them. So, what would Machiavelli say to the modern nice guy? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to stop being taken advantage of and start living with the respect you deserve. This is Stoic Power Codes, where timeless philosophy meets modern power. Subscribe now, and let's sharpen your mind. Chapter 1. Who was Machiavelli? Niccolò Machiavelli was not a king, not a warrior, not even a particularly wealthy man. He was a political advisor in Renaissance Florence, observing the ruthless games of power around him. What made him legendary was his honesty. He stripped away the illusions of morality and revealed the brutal mechanics of human behavior. In his book, The Prince, Machiavelli argued that rulers must learn not to be good. Not because goodness is bad, but because clinging to goodness in a corrupt world leads to destruction. If you want to survive, you must be strategic. This is where nice guys fail. They assume the world rewards virtue automatically. Machiavelli would say, it doesn't. The world rewards strength, clarity, and the courage to act when others hesitate. Chapter 2. The fatal flaw of the nice guy. What is a nice guy? He's not genuinely kind. He's agreeable. He avoids conflict. He sacrifices his own needs for approval. He disguises weakness as virtue. Machiavelli warned against this exact mindset. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. But nice guys don't command, they hope. They hope their patience, their silence, or their sacrifices will eventually earn respect. Instead, they earn the opposite. Women lose attraction. Employers lose respect. Friends take advantage. Because in the real world, weakness is exploited, not rewarded. Chapter 3. Machiavelli's first lesson, power over approval. Machiavelli would tell nice guys, stop chasing approval. He wrote that it is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. What he meant was simple. Respect is the foundation of all relationships. Love without respect is fragile, but respect without love can still hold power. In modern life, this means don't make being liked your primary goal. Make being respected your foundation. True friends, true partners, true allies will naturally love you once they respect you. Chapter 4. The Stoic Connection. At first glance, Stoicism and Machiavellian thought may seem opposed. Stoics seek virtue, Machiavelli seeks power, but both share one thing: they reject illusions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Machiavelli wrote, "The ends justify the means." Different words, but the same truth. Stop pretending the world is fair. Work with reality, not fantasy. For the nice guy, this means stop assuming niceness will shield you from betrayal, rejection, or failure. Only strength, discipline, and wisdom can do that. Chapter 5. Why good guys lose in power games. Throughout history, good men have often lost to cunning, ruthless opponents. Think of Rome. Julius Caesar wasn't the most moral man, but he was decisive, bold, and strategic. His rivals, clinging to honor and tradition, were destroyed. Machiavelli saw this again and again. Those who cling blindly to goodness fall victim to those willing to bend the rules. The nice guy loses not because he's kind, but because he's predictable, submissive, and unwilling to fight when necessary. Chapter 6. Machiavelli's advice for modern nice guys. If Machiavelli could advise men today, he would say, 1. Stop being predictable. People exploit predictability. Surprise them with boundaries. 2. Command respect first. Do not sacrifice self-respect to be liked. 3. Master appearances. Look strong, even when uncertain. Appear confident, even when doubtful. 4. Don't confuse weakness with virtue. True virtue is strength under control, not fear disguised as kindness. 5. Be willing to walk away from relationships, jobs, and friendships that exploit your niceness. Chapter 7. The fear versus love dilemma. Is it better to be feared or loved? Machiavelli asked. For the nice guy, this question is crucial. Most men today seek only to be loved. They ignore respect, they ignore boundaries, and so they become invisible, unvalued. Machiavelli's answer was clear. If you must choose, choose respect, because without respect, love is meaningless. Even in relationships, women admire men who command respect. The man who fears losing her has already lost her. Chapter 8. Stoic strength against manipulation. Here's where Stoicism sharpens Machiavelli's edge. The Stoic man cannot be manipulated by flattery, lust, or approval. He is disciplined, grounded, and focused on what he can control. This is kryptonite to those who prey on nice guys, because the moment you stop chasing validation, you become unpredictable. You stop being food for manipulators. You stop being a pawn, and you start becoming a player. Chapter 9. A real-world story. The nice guy who lost everything. Consider the story of a man, let's call him David. David was always agreeable. At work, he took on extra tasks without complaint. With women, he avoided conflict, always giving in. With friends, he never said no. What happened? His boss promoted others who were more assertive. Women lost interest because he lacked backbone. Friends disrespected him because he was always available. David believed his niceness was virtue, but Machiavelli would say, no, it was weakness. True virtue requires strength. Without strength, kindness is meaningless. Chapter 10. The power of controlled ruthlessness. Machiavelli did not advocate cruelty for its own sake. He advocated controlled ruthlessness. That means being willing to make hard decisions without apology, cutting ties with those who exploit you, demanding respect when disrespected, choosing action over hesitation. The Stoics would add, do this without anger. Do it with calm clarity. Discipline, not rage. Control, not chaos. Chapter 11. Practical steps to stop being a nice guy. Here's how you can apply Machiavelli's advice today. 1. Say no. A simple boundary transforms respect. 2. Stop apologizing for existing. Speak with authority. 3. Detach from approval. Nice guys crave approval. Stoics crave virtue. Machiavellians crave results. You must learn both. 4. Invest in strength. Physically, mentally, financially. Power makes niceness optional, not necessary. 5. Practice indifference. Don't overreact. Don't over-explain. Indifference is the strongest weapon against manipulation. Chapter 12. The final payoff. So, what is Machiavelli's ultimate advice for nice guys? Stop being nice. Start being strong. Kindness without strength is slavery. Strength without kindness is tyranny. But strength with selective kindness, that is power. The world does not reward blind niceness. It rewards men who command respect, live with discipline, and refuse to be pawns in anyone's game. Remember, Machiavelli saw the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. The Stoics did the same. The question is, will you? If this message opened your eyes, subscribe to Stoic Power Codes. Share this with a brother stuck in the trap of being too nice. And remember, the goal is not to be liked, it is to be respected.